Hello. Yes, I'm in the car. Um, I just felt like energetically, I didn't want to wait till I got home, which I usually go on later in the evening, but I just wanted to come on now. It just felt right. And today, um, I I've just been having this messaging all day. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope so, because that would be a shame if you couldn't. Let me turn this up. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I hope so. Um, but energetically today, I have been thinking about the now, right? Just the things that we put off. We get stuck in the past, and then we also, in a way, get stuck in the future. Now, if anyone knows me, I am always talking about the power of manifestation, the power of your higher self, of course, the power of healing, all of those things. But it is so important to concentrate and move in the power of now, in the power of the present, in making decisions and taking action right now, because a lot of times we put things off thinking that it has to be done later, thinking that you have to perfect something, thinking that you have to be a certain way for something to happen, when I feel like a lot of times we just put fear in the way of the things that we want, and the fear causes procrastination. And I'm the first one with my hand up, because I believe that we can think so long on things that we think ourselves out of situations that are good for us, or we think so long and we miss the opportunity, because a lot of times I feel like we don't believe in ourselves enough to take action in the now, to take action in the present, or we get so stuck in the past and in the pain and in the trauma that it completely throws us off and scares us from actually taking action right now in the now. And I feel that this has to do with everything in our lives, whether that's our relationships, whether that's a job, whether that's a business, whether it's our money habits. We're always putting things off. When I think about our money habits and organization, and saying, oh, I'm gonna budget, or I'm gonna take a look at my finances, and I'm gonna get my credit fixed, and I'm gonna do all these things, we constantly put these things off. And I know that we put it off because it's a scary place to be, and it produces all this uncomfortability, and it produces possible anxiety, and it produces fear when you go into doing things that you've never done before. But if we don't take action in the now, then how are we going to know what we're going to produce on the other side? How are we going to know, like, if we keep putting things off over and over and over again, and keep procrastinating and thinking that it has to be this way, we have to perfect this, we got to do this. And the perfection is when we do it. We create our own perfection. We manifest everything that we want. When we talk about manifestation, and we talk about having, becoming our higher selves and creating all of these things, the perfection is in the now. The perfection is actually, you know, saying, I'm going to do this thing, regardless of me not having A, B, C, D, whatever it is that you think that you need to have all together and looks all aligned and it looks all perfect and it's all great and tied with a bow on it. Guess what? It's never going to really be that way. Sometimes you find the highest level of creativity and production in what you may deem chaos, and what you may deem, the scariness, doing it scared. Because one thing that I have really realized about life is I have found the most beauty and the best decision making in being unpredictable, and the unpredictability of everything that happens in my life. Because the fact of the matter is, we just really don't know. We don't know how it's gonna end, or what we're gonna produce. We just have the vision for it. So we of course have to heal from the past. We cannot carry all that pain with us, right? We have to remember that it is our power, but we also need to understand how powerful it is to actually work and create and do all the things and make the decisions in the present, in the now, and not to always put things off and procrastinate and just thinking that we have the next day. Because to be honest, to be really, really honest, we don't know if we're going to wake up the next day. You know, not to trigger anyone, but everybody has an expiration date and we don't know what it's going to be. So if there is something that you know you need to do, that you know you need to create, whether that may be apologizing and making amends to people and forgiving yourself, loving yourself more, creating the greatest relationship with the people in your life, telling someone, calling and telling someone that you love them, that you care about them, that you miss them, you know, creating a business, creating more abundance and finances and life and love and all of those things. Do it now. Don't wait, because you don't know what's going to happen in the waiting. We are so powerful. We are so powerful as humans. We have no idea the things that we can create in the now, the things that we can do that we put off. And I know sometimes it seems so overwhelming. And it's like, how do I find the time to do the things that I really want? But we find the time to do things that don't even reap any benefits in life, and we just keep moving and moving and moving, and we're on autopilot all the time. We cannot run our lives like that. Once we really become intentional and look at the things that we want to do and the things that we want to create and the way that we see ourselves being, taking action in the now is going to do it. It's going to make a difference in your lives. Great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. You said that you're trying to see, you see dead people in your house. Okay. Well, I get it. I see spirits all the time too, have all of my life. So I'm right there with you. That's a whole nother story. But creating the things that you want in the here and now is the way to do it. Understanding that the more that you do the things in the present and you create in the here and now, that is where you will find the greatest benefit in your life. I have done so many things, especially in the past 2 years of my life, that I actually, the way that I look at it is that I blew up my life. If you want to say it, I have blown up my life. I have deprogrammed from the programming. You know what I mean? And deprogramming from the programming is not to say that I'm shaming anyone that's still under the programming. But what I'm saying is all the things that I thought that life was supposed to be, and I was supposed to be that way and do the things and go to school and get the degrees and do all of these things. And I'm so happy, and, you know, I have no shame in it, and I'm not, you know, putting myself down for doing the things in the programming, because they have greatly benefited me. But I realized there was something else going on energetically, spiritually, that I could not deny about myself. And so I had to take a chance, right? I had to find out what is on the other side of this yearning of the things. And this is bigger than money. This is bigger than wealth. Because like I talked about a couple lives ago, you know, I had to heal, and I'm still constantly healing. It's a journey. So many things inside of myself before I get to all of this financial abundance that I want. Because I have to really have enough belief in myself. I don't want to build and scale and grow financially and then get to a point where I'm not healed enough. And because of those things that are still inside of me that I haven't healed from, that I muck it up based out of my past experiences, past traumas, and all of those things. No, I want to operate in a healed space with every single thing that I do. And it doesn't mean that I don't have human emotions and I don't act out sometimes and I don't whatever, go off or whatever. But what I've realized is that the higher self in me, I want to be present. I want to live in the here and now for every moment that I can. Because if I concentrate way too much on the future, and if I take all of the past and always sit it on top of me, then I can't create and have momentum and have all of the things that I want in the present moment. Because the biggest thing that I feel like I've realized is life is a game. It really is. It's a game of movements. It's a day-to-day game of what is it that I really want to create? What is it that I really want to do? Even in the most angst and the pain that I may have, that I wake up with, and how can I shift my mindset? How can I shift my mindset to have a more powerful day, to live in the here and now, to make the best decisions that I can in the present? It's a constant cycle of intentionality that I have to have on a daily basis. And I have to use a certain energy to do it. But the one thing that I realize is that it has gotten easier and easier and easier as I heal, as I meditate, as I move my body, as I center myself, beyond all of the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis, beyond all of the people that I have to, talk to and interact with energetically. I have to really find whatever that internal clock is, that system is, whatever that policy, that contract is with that I have with myself. I have to utilize that every day to become the best person that I can in the present, in the moment, and not necessarily say, "Oh, I've had a bad day today, so maybe tomorrow I'll have a better day." No, in the moment, in the present, have that great day that you want to. Shift your focus, let it go. Don't carry the thing with you all day that, that doesn't benefit you. The now is what counts. How we operate in our present body and our present operating system, that spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. Do the thing today. Don't put it off, because tomorrow you don't know if you'll be here to do it. So if it makes sense to do it, sometimes you have to push yourself to do it. But if you know that doing the thing that you've continued to put off will reap so much benefit for you, then get it done and do it. I want to send everyone an abundance of light and love. I know that there is so much that everyone is experiencing, and that, everybody is going through. It feels it, day to day, as, we go through all of these shifts, and the moon, the equinox, and Mercury in retrograde, Venus in retrograde, all these things that are going on, right? I know that there are certain shifts, and that's, mentally, there's, things going on with people spiritually and physically. Just know that all of these shifts are temporary, and that you can become your best self in the moment through the pain, through whatever you're experiencing. But all of that has to be found internally in yourself. The centering of yourself, the way that you see yourself, the way that you see others, the way that you love you. So do it in the now. Don't put it off. And remember, you are your greatest value. You are your greatest asset. Take care. Have a great night, everybody.